All right, what up? I was just making this quick video. I was just sitting here thinking, you know, everybody nowadays chase money, and everybody want to be rich. Everybody want, fancy cars, fancy clothes, just materialistic things in life. And as I sit here, a birthday coming up, I'll be, damn, I don't know. I'll be 37 in next week, in 4 days. And I was like, I always gotta push the goalpost down. So a lot of times people that like to be successful, you always push the goal. So say your goal is get $5,000. All right, when you get 5,000, now my goal is get 10,000. When I get 10,000, now my goal is get 25,000. So every time I accomplish a goal, which you can probably be familiar with this, I always push the goalpost farther down the field. So really, you're never really ever going to touch the goal, and you're never going to be satisfied. So I thought about it. I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, we've been we went out of town, that was on Thursday, to like a concert at a church about 4 or 5 hours away. And the plan was to next day hang out in that city, then come back. And we heading back home, but it's no real rush. And I'm like, you know, it's not the money. It's not the money. The whole thing, the most important thing you want to be and do in life is, this is what I was chasing. I wasn't chasing the money. I love Saturday. That was used to be my favorite day. It still is my favorite day normally, because Saturday was the day I didn't have school, and before you start working, I didn't work on Saturday, or even just not going to school mainly. That was why Saturday is my favorite day. That's the free day where I can do anything. Sunday, you gotta go to church, so got obligations. I'm talking about nothing to do. And I realized that's my high. My high is, all right, having nothing to do and being able to do at a drop of a dime anything that I need to do as far as leisure, important. And it goes to my new saying this year, 2026, is I want to be able to carry the cross. And you think about in the Bible, when Jesus had to carry that cross, he couldn't worry about family. He couldn't worry about a job. He couldn't worry about food. He couldn't even worry about food. His life was on the line. All he could focus was carrying that cross, And I ain't want to be too harsh when I say worry about family, but I'm just saying, when you carrying the cross, in the Bible it say you got to focus on the cross. The cross heaven. And you can't have no baggage. And baggage is people, worries, anything unnecessary is baggage. And that's what true freedom is. Freedom is you see somebody that's hungry, and you can be able to say, well, you know what, I'm gonna go to the grocery store, buy them groceries and give it to them, right? You see somebody trying to make something happen, and in a desperate situation on the side of the road, or the car knock off, you got time to pull over and help them push their car to the side of the road. A big one I always see is something laying in the middle of the road, highway, traffic, whatever, big old piece of object. Every car just go around it. A lot of times I'm going to stop, put my emergency blankets on. I'm going to be safe though. If it's a highway, I ain't going to just stop on the middle of the road. But, if it's safe, I'll pull over, pull that out about the road, put on the side. So the whole point is saying is, everybody in a rush, everybody trying to do something, everybody got somewhere to be, and you don't have no time. And a lot of time, a person with no time is a lot of times broke, so they always in a rush. And then the person with the most time, they normally retired or something. But I look at it, I say, my birthday coming up, I'm success driven, got my own business, but the most important thing that I value and I take it for granted is time. Time. I take my kids to school every day, pick them up every day, meet with my wife every day at home. I go to work, but for the most part, I don't really have a busy schedule, and I enjoy it, because at any given time, if we want to stay an extra day, we can stay an extra day. If we got something important to do, we can go do that. And that's what my whole thing is. I don't want to have, the total goal for everybody is, and what makes people have to do stuff like go to a job or unnecessary stuff is you got bills. So bills make you go to work. Everybody like, I got bills, I got to work. So eliminate bills, or that's the goal. You got to get as low as bills, because I never made like a lot of money when I had a job, but I also never had any bills or expenses that my co-workers or other people had. So that's what gave me the leverage to invest, and then the return would come back to pay for my lifestyle. So that's a whole nother topic. But I was just sitting here thinking, like, most people always got something, even me, and people are like, George always busy. And not really busy, because if it's important I do it, but not never really doing too much, because I don't necessarily have any agenda. And that was my goal when I had a job. I wanted to be every day like Saturday. So what I can say is, yeah, you got to go to work, you got to support your family, you got to do everything, all things you need to do, but freedom to carry the cross and to put everything to the side, that's what God wants us to do. And your cross could be your passion, your purpose, whatever you feel like. My cross is, helping poor people, helping people in need, helping people become homeowners, providing housing. That's what I love to do. You use different vehicles to do that, but my cross is real estate. I just every day I touch or do something with real estate. So, I use my talents for His glory, and that's what you got to do. You got to use your talent for His glory, and that's freedom. Don't, if you got a bunch of stuff to do and you're not mega successful and happy, you need to sit back and take a reality check to see, like, what I'm doing this for, why I'm doing this, is it important, and that was what really I want to make this video about, freedom. I take it for granted, because I don't have, I'm not a multi-millionaire or anything, but everybody feel like they should be farther along than what they are. So when life happens, you got to realize it's not about getting to that next goal post or next goal. You got to, like, it's a great thing to have time, to work on your craft, to work on your health, to work on your business, to work on your, to have time to pray. People don't, man, I realize now, so many times I wake up, and when I don't do my morning routine, it kind of throws the whole day off, because I'm trying to do it myself. But if you wake up in the morning and you pray for 20, 30 minutes, study, just read the Bible, just do anything of that nature to give yourself time with God and let you hear Him, your day will go way, way easier. Because now, instead of you trying to do this and do that, it's gonna just fall in your lap a lot easier. For some reason, I don't know how it works. I can't tell you the method to the madness, but maybe I'm not as eager, or maybe I'm not chasing because you already got a line, what's gonna happen. But definitely value your freedom. Have time to carry the cross. Whatever your cross is, you need to make time for that. Erase debt, erase bills, erase time wasting things, and just be able to even just spend time, with people. So that's what I want to make a quick video about. Y'all have a blessed day. I really don't know what we're doing today yet, but tomorrow's Monday, so we do got to get back and get ready for kids got school tomorrow. So peace. Holler at you later.